I'm Peter Hubbard, and as Patty mentioned, I've been in this energy space for a long time. And the reason why I'm here at the Public Service Commission race at this point in time is because I have the ability to do something about these high power bills. Now, just by a show of hands, who here is not happy with their latest summer Georgia Power Company bill? It's got to be anybody that receives it, right? They're outrageous. They are, as Patty said, they do look like car payments and in some cases mortgages. Let me be clear, the reason why you have such high power bills is because we have an all Republican commission that has voted for 6 rate hikes in 2 short years. And for the average family, that is $600 more a year for the same power they were buying a couple of years ago. And there's more to come, right? We haven't even gotten the bill for Hurricane Helene. We haven't gotten the bill for more of these fuel cost adjustments that are coming. And Lord knows we're building a lot of these fossil gas plants for all these data centers. And when those data centers, if they leave the state early, if they don't pay their fair share as they are now, we are going to be the ones left to hold the bag. So, we have to have that change at the Public Service Commission. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I want to just impress upon you all that we don't have to wait until we have a majority on the commission. We can get to work with the 2 seats that we will flip this November 4th. And then we'll work hard to get that third seat. But right from the start, we bring immediate accountability, right? This nonsense about a rate freeze after they hiked our bills, like I said, 6 times in 2 years, and then they lock in those high prices. I'm old enough to remember 2024, when at the end of the emergency integrated resource plan for all these data centers, we were promised a measly $3 discount on our power bills. Well, what happened to that $3 discount? They swept it under the rug. We don't even get that measly discount on our bills. They locked in those high power prices. There's more to come, right? Patty and I could probably give you 100 more instances of the ways that they flow into the cracks and crevices, find ways to extract more money from you to line their pockets and put into the pockets of the shareholders at Georgia Power Company and their affiliates. So when we get into office with 2 seats, we have immediate accountability and we stop that nonsense and we stop the lying. We bring some truth to the commission. The second thing is that, even before we have that majority, which we can put forward rates, we can propose these things and put the onus on the commissioners who are failing to act on why these power bills are high. So, we can look at customer classes like senior citizens who right now get less than $35 off their bill. And we've just had the rug pulled out from the low-income heating and assistance program from the federal government. So we can pay attention to those who are hurting and push for those rates that will help them. We can give solar its fair value. Right now, there's a few lucky people that have rooftop solar that get the full value when they sell it back to the grid, but there's far more people who get a fraction of that, and it's going to take forever to pay off their solar. We can be doing much more to not just rooftop solar, but accessing solar, the lowest cost form of energy anywhere. There's a reason why the world built so much solar and wind and batteries last year. 90% of what was built were those 3 things. We can also adjust that return on equity that was talked about. So that's that profitability metric. Right now, it's so high. I saw a question in the chat. Georgia Power can earn 11.69%, but they can go above that, right? And they frequently do, where the industry is more like 9.5%. That's a difference of some $300 million that could be applied to lower power bills. So just by making adjustments there's a pot of cash that we can use. And finally, just making data centers pay their fair share. I think it's even worse than Patty mentioned. In some cases, they pay 20% of what we pay. We pay 5 times more than what they pay. And again, if they don't fulfill their obligations, then we're left holding the bag. So there's a whole host of things that we can do right now to start driving down power bills, holding these Republicans accountable. And there's the wind is in our sails. We've got those 5 or 6 reasons that Patty mentioned. And historically, the reason or when this state turned from being a Democratic state to a Republican state, it started with the Public Service Commission. And that's the vision that I have, that we'll start with the Public Service Commission again this November. We'll take back the commission and then we'll take back the state next year. So this is going to pave the way for a victory next year. Let's start here in November and let's make sure we hold these Republicans accountable, show them that we're not going to sit on our laurels. We're going to do something about this and we're going to fight for the people here in Georgia. And that's what we're all about. And I'm really excited to be in this race with Dr. Johnson. And I know we're going to win this with your help. So thank you very much.